Can you believe that a massive army, bolstered by trained elephants, was annihilated by small stones of fire, carried by birds? This is the chronicle of an overwhelming force and a tyrannical power that presumed it could defy the will of Allah and demolish his ancient house. It is a story that began with the malice of one man and ended with an unseen legion from the soldiers of God. In the land of Yemen, there ruled a man named Abrahah Al-Ashram. He was short, stout, and bore the scars of war upon his face. With a heart full of envy, Abrahah observed the people of Yemen journeying annually to Mecca for Hajj. Driven by spite, he asked, "What is it they pilgrimage to?" They told him of the Kaaba, the house of Allah, built of stone by Ibrahim, peace be upon him, without a roof. Determined to divert the Arabs, Abrahah constructed a magnificent cathedral in Sana'a called Al-Qulais. He adorned it lavishly with emeralds and rubies, but the Arabs met his command with mockery. One man from the Hijaz entered the cathedral at night to defile it, expressing his utter contempt. When Abrahah awoke to this, his rage was ignited. He took a solemn oath that he would not rest until he had razed the Kaaba of the Arabs to the ground. Abrahah mobilized a formidable army, spearheaded by a colossal elephant. The army swept forward like a storm. Among the spoils were 200 camels belonging to Abdul-Muttalib, the chieftain of Mecca. As Abrahah neared the city, he sent an envoy with a clear message. "The king has not come to wage war against you, but only to destroy this house. Vacate the area, so we may fulfill our mission." The envoy reached Abdul-Muttalib, a man of immense dignity. When Abdul-Muttalib went to meet Abrahah, the king was so struck by his majestic presence that he rose from his throne and seated him beside him on the carpet out of sheer respect. When asked for his request, Abdul-Muttalib simply asked for the return of his 200 camels. Abrahah said mockingly, "I was impressed when I first saw you, but now I hold you in low esteem. You speak to me of camels, yet you ignore a house that is your religion, which I have come to destroy?" Abdul-Muttalib delivered his immortal reply, "I am the lord of the camels, but the house has a lord who will protect it." Abrahah retorted, "He cannot defend it against me." To which Abdul-Muttalib replied, "That is between you and him." Abdul-Muttalib returned to Mecca and commanded the people to seek refuge in the mountains. He then went to the Kaaba, grasped the ring of its door, and cried out, "O Allah, a man protects his home, so protect your house." As Abrahah and his army advanced, the great elephant suddenly knelt to the ground and refused to move. They beat it harshly. They even gave it wine to intoxicate it, but it remained motionless. When they turned it toward Yemen, it would run. But the moment they faced it toward Mecca, it would kneel, defying every command to advance. Suddenly, the sky grew dark. Massive swarms of birds, known as Ababil, appeared. Each bird carried 3 small stones. They rained these stones upon the army. Each stone would strike a man on his head and exit through his body. Their flesh tore away from their bones until they were left like chewed-up straw. As for Abrahah, Allah afflicted him with a wretched disease. By the time he reached Sana'a, he was as small as a fledgling bird. His chest split open, and he died a most miserable death. Thus, Allah protected his ancient house. The entire universe prepared to welcome the prophetic light of Mahmud, peace be upon him, who was born just 50 days after this event. So, send your blessings upon the one whose birth illuminated the world.